right, so the first thing is what it says on the screen is what you need to know about water contamination. Should the people at home watching right now be concerned?
They need to be very concerned, and it's scary that they need to be concerned because, unfortunately, 45% of public water systems, and that's not just Mississippi, that's nationwide, and this is a hard word, are contaminated with polyfluoroalkyl substances, which is PFAS for short. So long and short, man-made chemical that unfortunately is leached into the water system that can create serious health risks.
And when you talk about those serious health risks, because we've talked about it on our shows before, there are very, very serious, like thyroid issues, and kidney issues, and things like that. So why do they need to call you guys to find out more information about it? Yeah,
you hit the nail on the head. It's kidney cancer, liver cancer, thyroid cancer, testicular cancer, ulcerative colitis. The research has shown drinking that polluted tap water raises those health risks, so the manufacturers who knew of the danger of those chemicals and let it leach into the water systems, now lawsuits are being filed against them so that we can get compensation for people who have been injured or even killed at this point because of those tragic diseases they've suffered from.
Gotcha. So the qualifications they need to know is just if you've had issues, you know you had issues, you can pinpoint that to start calling you guys.
Absolutely. If you have any of those 5, specific issues, and you've drunk water from a public water system, and unfortunately a lot of them in Mississippi are polluted. Our EPA in the state's done a great job of doing water quality checks. You've got to call because it's a short time window. So it's probably a 6 to 8 month window before actually these cases are going to close and are going to have to be filed, or you're going to have to be a member of the class. So it's a really short window, probably through February of 2025 for action to take place.
Gotcha. So hurry up, number one, if you're thinking about this. Do you need to come with documentation and things when they come to you?
They don't have to get the documentation when they come to us, but kind of have your history, and then we're going to ask you what doctor did you go to when you were diagnosed, and that's the benefit of hiring the law firm. We do all that legwork for you. We will send you a questionnaire. You have to fill that out, so you are involved. You're participating in it because that information, you know it better than we do. So we take that information and what your medical providers have, and we use that all, and that's what we will use to prove to the manufacturers of that chemical, this is how you got the injury because of the polluted water.
Gotcha. And how long have you guys been working to, help people find out what they can do to be compensated for this?
Yeah, great question. It's interesting. The manufacturers settled with the public water systems, so they've actually had a $10 billion settlement with them. The individual cases just started earlier this year, but it just unfortunately gave a very short window to do them. We've had this on our radar because science back in the 90s started figuring out this may be a dangerous chemical, and so law firms across the country, including ours, have been studying it, and now it's time for action.
Gotcha. And again, the action needs to start taking place before February 2025.
That's right, exactly right.
Okay, anything else you want the people to know?
That's right. You talked about game shows. We're going to pivot real quick before we get to the end.
Okay.
Best game show, current one, Wipeout. You and I talked about it during the break. It's painful to watch, but it is so funny. And then old school, Hollywood Squares. You couldn't go wrong watching Hollywood Squares as a kid when you were skipping school on a, on a Wednesday when you just didn't feel like taking that test. But yeah, we definitely, if anyone's injured or family member, neighbor, they just need to call the law firm. It doesn't cost anything, and we'll jump in there and start working for them immediately.
Gotcha. I know there's some folks at home saying, I didn't even know y'all handled, situations with water contamination. What other situations do people need to call you for?
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone knows this is one call, that's all. Car wrecks, workers' compensation injuries, a slip and fall, a dog bite, and then this is called a mass tort, and we've actually been involved in mass torts for more than 30 years now, so we've been very successful. But really, any injury claim to where there's an individual that's potentially caused you harm or a business, call us. It doesn't cost anything to call, and we can always, if it's something we do, we'll be happy to jump on it. If not, we can always give you a suggestion of somewhere else to call for that specific type of case.
Gotcha. All right. So we also have an opportunity for folks, if they want to text us and let us know any questions they have for you. So y'all are one call, that's all.
That's right.
Text what's next.
I like it. It's perfect.
We're going to find out what the people need to know about. But for right now, again, you want them to call if they have any concerns about water contamination. And if they know they can pinpoint some issues.
Absolutely right.